Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. So today I've got a package I'm pretty excited about. It's right here. This just came in, and I'm gonna open it up and then we're gonna install it. So this came from eBay. I found it looking at different things. It is a Dinan tune for the Mini Cooper. So I'm told that this was a new old stock. So it was purchased by a BMW dealership and it was never installed in a car. And here they're selling it because they've had it on the shelf for a while. So I have the Dinan tuner, or the actual device itself. It's the Dinan Elite. Looks to be in good shape. It's a D443-0041 Mini Elite ECU. Production date is 4/10 of 2019, so it's about 2 years old. And then let's see what else is in the box. This, and this. So we have the ECU itself. We have this. There's the harness. And we have a bag of goodies. So let's take a look at this harness. So we have this main plug, which goes here, like that. And I believe that this is for service. So if you unplug this and plug this in, it bypasses the tune and just reconnects everything the way that it should be. So let me just let's take a look at this really quick. So this is for a 12 of 2014 through 2017. So this is the production date of the car. Something key to note is the 2015s. Some of them use a different model and some of them use this model. And it's based on the one of the plugs. It's this plug, I believe, that is either oval shaped or it's shaped with like a D where one side is flat. It might be this one, but either way. I looked at my production date. My production date is in 2015, so this will fit my car. So we have instruction manuals on how to put it in. We've got a slew of zip ties and mounting materials. There's some double-sided tape. And let's see, we have the ECU itself. We have a harness, which is this guy. We have a bypass plug, which is this, 0042. Zip ties and Velcro strips. So let's go over to the car and take a look at where we're going to be installing this. All right, so here we are. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to need, but I have a pair of diagonal cutting pliers. I have a 8mm and a 10mm and a short ratchet, 1/4 inch ratchet, the instruction manual, and a fender cover. So, park the vehicle at the location where we'll be installing Dynantronics. Determine the range of keys. Step away from the vehicle and attempt to lock or unlock the car using the remote. Continue to move away until the car no longer responds to the key. This is the range of the key. During Dynantronics install, all keys must be completely outside this range. If a key remains within range of the car, the vehicle may respond to the key and awaken unexpectedly, which could result in a stored fault and check engine light. So you're supposed to unlock the car, open the hood and the trunk, close the doors, move the keys beyond the range of the car, and leave the vehicle undisturbed for 10 minutes. This allows adequate time for the electronics to go to sleep. Then, disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Seems overkill to me, but I did it anyway. So I went and opened my trunk and opened my hood and took my keys away and hid them far, far away so they won't wake up. So now I'm going to disconnect the negative terminal of my battery, which Would be redundant to hiding the key, but okay. So 3/8, and then this battery cover goes up, and so we remove this out of the way, move this out of the way, and then our negative battery terminal is back here. It is a 10, so we will loosen this up, and then we will remove it. Okay, so my negative battery terminal has been removed. Next, remove the engine cover by tugging upwards to release the clips. Okay. The Dynatronics ECU communicates with 3 pressure sensors in the engine compartment shown in the layout below. 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3 is back there. Note there are 2 possible connector styles for sensor 3. You may wish to glance at steps 11 and 12 to make sure that you have the right one. That's the whole what part of the year it was born. Mounted to the charge air tube just in front of the throttle body. To access the charge air tube sensor, remove the 2 10mm hex nuts and set aside the air intake duct going to the airbox. Okay, so that's this. Okay, so we're going to lift up on this tube and remove it. Tube has been removed. Okay, so the charge air tube pressure sensor is shown below. It will have a connection that is identical to the one's Dynatronics harness. So that's this guy down here. So the clip is down here, just like a little plastic retainer, and then use my pick to release it. So this should be harness number 1. So the first plug is this one, it's the shortest. And we're going to make sure this lines up. So there is a flat side and a rounded side. That locks into place. And then this. Okay. So that has been connected. All right, so next I'm going to route harness number 2, which is the next longest one. So harness number 2 is going to route to sensor number 2. So we're going to come over here and out, and then this should be sensor number 2, which is right here on the front. So again, we're going to kind of pop that down. We're going to squeeze it in, and then remove that plug. Validate again that the plugs match, and they do. This again has a flat side and a rounded side, so we'll plug that in, and it clips right into place. are again. Then, last, we're going to take this third harness and we're going to route this around this third plug, which is back here. Squeeze the clip, remove, plug in, clip into place, plug in, clip into place. Okay. All right. So now what we want to do is kind of go through and use the zip ties to secure all of the wires. So I'm going to start at this end and work my way backwards. Move these tails. And we should definitely follow factory harnesses where we can. So there's a factory harness in this loom here. Okay, now when we get back here, I think I actually want to do this a little differently. So let's take this harness and disconnect it from here and disconnect that harness, and we will route it underneath here with the factory loom. Okay, so plug that harness in. I will say what's great about this is there are no wires to splice. There's no electrical work to do. You're literally unplugging and plugging in harnesses. They have factory style plugs. They have the same type of weather protection as the factory plugs do. So they have, you know, the rubber grommets inside them, the same retainer clips, you know, kind of all of that same stuff. Okay. So now we can unplug this. Okay, so now we're going to start buttoning things back up. Put the engine cover back on, make sure everything fits, clip, clip, clip. We can see our harnesses here, but it certainly doesn't look bad. Maybe we add one more zip tie here. And then back here is the tail. Now they want you to put the ECU, or the tuner, up there. So let's plug this in. And then I'm going to reconnect my negative battery terminal so that I can put stuff back together. Okay, so those are bolted back in, and Dinan wants you to mount your tuner here. So let's put all of this back together. Last, we will put that into place, like that. So the unit is installed, and last we just have to attach the little computer. So they recommend that you stick it up here, and it looks like they give you this stuff that's kind of like Velcro, but it's just the hard side. So I think that they want it to stick to the carpet. So, okay, well, I guess that's it. I'm not crazy happy about the mounting, but I don't really know where else to put it, so. All right, so let's go over the entire install. So connector 3 is right there. We've got the harness. There's one plug, there's the other plug. I'm running along this factory loom, which this loom isn't a, it's not electrical. It's fuel, but anyway, we're running along this loomed fuel line here. We come back, sensor 2 is right here, and we're running again along the factory loom, back, all the way up. There is our actual unit. This is attached to this felt with some Velcro, and that's pretty much it. Now the one thing that's kind of a little awkward is like this. Where should this guy go? Where should that actually live? And it's, you know, it's not 100% clear where Dinan intends it to live. You know, they obviously want you to follow factory looms and stay as out of the way as possible. But there's like this clip on the back side, but I don't really see anywhere where that's supposed to lock into anything. It just kind of is. So anyway, maybe somebody will know and they'll comment and I'll feel stupid, but okay. So started the car for the first time, set time and date. I think I have to do that over here. And it looks like everything needs to reset itself. It's idling. I'm gonna take it for a very quick ride just to see how it drives and make sure that everything is okay. I don't expect that I will have problems, but who knows? It is idling a little rough at the moment, but that's to be expected. It's probably more likely from disconnecting the battery and reconnecting it than it is from anything else. That will often happen because the ECM will have to relearn all of the sensors and the fuel and everything else. Alright, so at this point, I've been driving the car for a couple minutes. I plugged my scan tool into it and it shows that all of the sensors have passed, which means that it shouldn't be in limp mode or anything like that. The car definitely has more turbo noises. You can hear the turbo spool up. You can hear the blow-off valve or lack of blow-off valve a little bit more off, or just a little bit more pronounced. It pops and bangs a little bit more aggressively. The Mini was already a little aggressive with that, to be honest with you. But yeah, it pulls pretty good. It sounds good. It pulls really well. It feels good. I'm not having a rough idle or anything like that. It's not running rough. It's not hesitating. When I give it gas, it goes the same way it always has. It's just got a little bit more power once it builds boost. Yeah, so I would say first impressions are good. I think that it's working pretty well. It was easy to install. I did it in about a half an hour. So I'll give it a little bit of time, do a little bit of driving, and then it's Monday, so probably this weekend coming up, Saturday or Sunday, I'll get the downpipe installed on the car. And when I do the downpipe, then I'll talk a little bit more about how I feel after driving this for a week. But so far, so good. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.